So we're going to start by comparing two fractions. We've got to say which is greater. Now you might be able to spot straight away which is the greater fraction, and that's fine if you can. I'm going to give you a method to compare them if you can't spot straight away which is the greater fraction. So essentially you've got half or 6/10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw out a model, a diagram, so that we can compare them. Now, my greatest denominator is 10. So I know I need to split this into 10 equal parts. I'm going to have to try and do this as best I can. Forgive me if they're not equal. Like I said, I left my ruler at school. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, each of these are worth what? Each is worth 1/10. So I've got 1 1/10, 2 1/10, 3 1/10, 4 1/10, 5 1/10, 6 1/10, 7 1/10, 8 1/10, 9 1/10, 10 1/10, right? So that's my whole. This is my whole. So these are each worth 1/10. So I'm just going to shade in 1 1/10, 2 1/10, 3 1/10, 4 1/10, 5 1/10, 6 1/10. So you can see there I've got 6 1/10 shaded in. And then I need to think, right, okay, so I've split this into tenths and I need to split this into a half. What's half an equivalent fraction in tenths? It's going to be 5 1/10. So you should now be able to see that a half is the same as 5 1/10. So your 6 1/10 is the greater fraction, okay? And this can be done with any number, any denominator of a different number. So if you've got 12ths, for example, how many equal parts do you think you would split your whole up into? You would split it into 12. Absolutely right. So have a go and see how you get on with that one. Right, the next one, we have been looking at turning improper fractions into mixed numbers, and we're going to have a look at turning mixed numbers into improper fractions. So we've got 4.5. We need to turn into an improper fraction. So first thing we need to think about is how many halves make a whole. And I'm just going to grab some of my counters here, some of my Cuisenaire rods, and have a little look. Okay, so we know 2 halves make 1 whole. Okay, 2 halves make 1 whole. So at the minute, I've got, let me just write on this, a half and another half, and together that equals 1 whole. So how do I make 2? Put down 2 more halves. So I've got 2. So at the minute, I'm just going to keep track of this, I've got 2 halves. Now I've got 4 halves. Let's have a look. I've got 3, because I've got a half and a half. So I've got 6 halves, 4, and again you can do this with anything as long as you've got enough of them. I've got 8 halves, and I can't make a whole with that, so my 4.5 is actually 9 halves, and you can check them. 1 1/2, 2 1/2, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 6 1/2, 7 1/2, 8 1/2, 9 1/2. Okay, 9 1/2 I've got there. Lovely. Okay, right, the next question, this is a bit of a two-stepper really. 2-part question. It's asking you, it's giving you a value of money. So I'm going to say £13. I know you've got £18. And it's saying this is how much this person gets a week. How much do they get in a year? So the first thing you need to know is what? How many weeks there are in a year. How many weeks in a year? Okay. How many weeks are there in a year? If you don't know, go and find out. Pause this video, go find out, and then come back. Okay. Did you find out? Did you get 52? Good. There's 52 weeks in a year. So what do you need to do to this £13 to work out how much this person gets paid in a year? You're absolutely right. You need to multiply it by 52. Now, if you're not confident multiplying 2-digit numbers by 2-digit numbers, please check out the videos that Mr. Leonard has put on the YouTube channel and on the school website, because there are a whole host of videos that guide you through this formal written method. Okay, so I'm going to show you, just go through this through the long multiplication method, short multiplication method to remind you on how to do it. Okay, so I'm multiplying my 1s by my 1s and then my 1s by my 10s. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. 2 times 1, 10 gives me 2. I bring a 0 down. Why? Hope you're shouting at your computer screens. Okay, 0 down because we're now multiplying by a multiple of 10, so we're never going to have any 1s. Okay, so I've got 5 times 3, which is going to give me 15. So I'm exchanging that into my hundreds column. And then my 5 tens times my 1 10. Okay, and then I'm adding my 1 on here, which gives me a 6. And then I've got to add them all together. Make sure you're keeping these in nice clear lines so you don't get confused. Now I've got £676, but that's the answer for multiplying 13 by 52, which isn't what you're multiplying by. Okay? Happy days. Remember, you can pause these videos, you can watch them back. Okay, we've got a calculation with a missing part. Now, first thing you need to do is look at this and think, right, what's it actually asking me? It's something, take away 47 is going to give me 28. Something take away 47 is going to give me 28. I therefore know that this is my largest part. This is going to be actually, that's my whole. Okay, so if I draw myself a bar model out, I find sometimes it just helps you to work out what you've got to do. That's my unknown. I know that if I subtract 47, I'm left with my other part, which is 28. So what do I need to do to work out what my whole is, what this missing bit is? I need to add these two parts together. You could show it like a cherry model. If you didn't want to do it as a bar model, you could do it like a cherry model. So we don't know what this part is. I know that one part of it is 47. I know the other part is 28. Just going to do a really quick column addition for this. And see what I've got. I've got 75 as my answer for that one. 75. Okay. Good luck. Have fun.